In fact, we are the fifth largest economy in the world. We were 10 years back the 10th largest economy. In a span of 10 years, we have moved from 10th to the fifth largest economy. Now that's a great achievement for all of us. More importantly, let me tell you, in my discussion with the regulators, there's a clear-cut understanding. I was told that there's going to be a dearth of professionals in like you, like company secretaries in the years to come. The reasoning he gave, which is what I want to share with you, about the importance this profession has an offer for all of you. One, we have a Prime Minister in Mr. Narendra Modi who does not sleep. We have in him a person who thinks about you and me. He does not think for himself. He does not sleep. He is just 6 months elder to me. But an amazing gentleman. I think we all salute him for whatever he is. I'm not a party man, but I cannot help sharing my thoughts about this wonderful gentleman, Sri Narendra Modi. Now he had touched an aim. He said we will touch the 5 trillion economy by 2025. We have not been able to do it because of COVID. But we are still the fifth largest economy, touching 3.8 trillion now. And by end of 2025, the fifth year target, we will touch more than 4 trillion, 4.2 trillion. 4.2 trillion economy is a phenomenal number. He doesn't stop there. He is aiming higher. He says by 2030, I want in the Indian economy to be touching 10 trillion. He doesn't stop there. He says by 2047, 100th year of independence, India should be the largest economy touching 30 trillion. That's a very difficult task, but definitely by 2030, the biggest pundits, including Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, even the IMF Economic Outlook talks about India touching more than 7 trillion by 2030. We will become the third largest economy in the world. And mind you, this growth which is currently now is highly sustainable. We are consistently touching 6.7 or 7 trillion. 7% year-on-year growth. I was in Manila about a month back. In my discussion with it was a summit of the OECD, where when I was discussing with the panelists, they were all amazed by the Indian growth story. And they all say, you are able to do it because of that one single gentleman who is coveted, his eyes on what we need to do. And then he tells me, when this kind of a growth is there in the economy, the one sector which is going to be the benefit of the most will be that of the capital market. And when we talk about the capital market, the only profession which will come to the mind of anybody will be that of a company secretary. And that is what he says, your requirement of number of members, number of students. And we were constantly trying our effort to get more students on board with the intention that we have sufficient number of members available from our side, made available to the market for the requirement of the market. And my discussion, the whole time member, he said that you are about 75,000 now. We may be requiring about 1 lakh company secretaries by 2030 and maybe a 1.5 lakh company secretaries by 2047. These are incredible numbers. At the present rate, we will not be able to go. I want to make it, today you don't have a company secretary who is unemployed. Look at the kind of market. Last year, we have touched more than 1 lakh crore in the IPO market. Amazing numbers. These are numbers which are never heard of in the history of Indian market. And that is where we are. The progress is so fast and so swift and so consistent that there is going to be a great demand for the company secretary profession. So I want each one of you take a vow that I will complete the course. My only work from here on today after hearing me is to study. Is to study and complete the course within the shortest possible time. Don't look for extension. Please don't look for it. You should not be looking for it. And I can tell you, we will be able to we have this year added more than 15 to 20% students on board this 1 year. And that is going to grow. I wanted to spread the message across everybody that, sir, we are going to grow. And today, please understand, there was a circular issued by SEBI on the 12th of December. That's a phenomenal recognition which has been given to us. That's a recognition which is unheard of. And I've been fighting for this one recognition for the past 6 years. finally it has seen the light of the day by this circular of 12th December, where they have categorically said the company secretaries in employment will be one level below the board. Your reporting line will be only to the board members, not to anybody else. I'm mighty happy about it. I'm sure that's a very great, significant improvement from what we are. And that recognition has finally come our way. It doesn't stop there, and there's a greater recognition coming for the practicing side in terms of the sectoral auditor being appointed for a period of 5 years as against a year-on-year basis, where our appointment sometimes is not available at all, maybe by virtue of certain observations which we make. So these are very phenomenal recognition. There are more changes coming up. In fact, I always tell my members that abhi to trailer hai, picture abhi baki hai. बहुत कुछ होने वाला है आपके प्रोफेशन के लिए. हम लोग we are doing our level best and I will continue to do it. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about the institute. The institute has great amount of confidence in me, and they've given me the ultimate power to interact with SEBI officials, which I do regularly. And I'm also in the committee, which is the standing committee, which has been constituted by SEBI, called the Advisory Committee on LODR. That is listing obligation and disclosure requirement. So this is a standing committee because most of the changes which are coming from SEBI is coming in the LODR. And mind you, the markets are dynamic. Market has to be dynamic, and dynamism means change. Without change, the market is dead. Therefore, the changes which are there in the offing are phenomenal. There will be a huge amount of recognition coming our way, and we will definitely get it. We are doing a lot about it. And one more change is coming up, which is on the annual cyclical compliance report, and a certificate which is being given currently by a chartered accountant as well as the company secretary, which will come into the exclusive domain of the company secretary in practice. That will be the corporate governance certificate, CG certificate. I'm sure it's a very, very important certificate. Today, the regulator is looking at the companies have given importance to governance. The companies have given importance to compliance. The companies have given importance to ESG. Now, these are three crucial for the improvement. And mind you, a company which is well governed, a company well compliance is taken care of, and which is adopting ESG, will get huge value from the market. In the institutional investors are investing only in those companies where these parameters are being strictly followed. Therefore, and I read an article, I'm sure all of you will be mighty thrilled to hear this. I have read an article where a chartered accountant himself says that, one of the chartered accountants written, he says that the company secretary, the CS Institute has made huge progress in the last few years. Number one, it doesn't stop there, mind you. He says that the day is not far off for the CFO to be reporting to the company secretary. That will be the day I want to come. And I want each one of you to believe in yourself, make good, and please concentrate on your studies and complete the course as quickly as possible. The world is waiting to absorb you. Thank you very much. I will not take much.